Hello everyone, and you're very welcome to our weather update on Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. So, currently towards the end of summer, and days getting shorter, and the weather is getting more autumnal. More of that later on, but starting off as usual with our satellite imagery, we can see that today is quite a cloudy day in many areas, especially away from the south coast. Many areas quite cloudy, and within the thicker clouds in parts of the east and north of the country, you can see that there are some showers on the radar map. But otherwise, today is a dry day under high pressure. And over the coming days, high pressure will shift eastwards to allow more of a southerly airflow, and that will be quite fresh at times on Monday, ahead of a cold front. And if we drag the map down all the way over here, ex-Hurricane Erin has now pushed out into the central North Atlantic Ocean. So it has now undergone the transition from a hurricane into the form of a typical area of low pressure found at mid-latitudes. And it is currently heading our way. It will merge with these areas of low pressure near Greenland and Iceland to form a big area of low pressure that will be steering into our northwest through next week to bring plenty of rain and winds. And actually, by the end of next week, it does look as though that area of low pressure will be sinking in over the country to bring, as you guessed it, wind, showers and rain. So make the most of today, tomorrow and Monday, because from Tuesday onwards, it's all change. So moving on readily to the UKV precip forecast and cloud forecast as well. So you can see today it's quite cloudy, a few showers around in the east of the country. And going through into tonight, it stays quite cloudy in many areas, and a few showers might also push onto the west coast from a decaying weather front by morning. But these showers will ease off through the morning and through the afternoon. Some drizzle patches possible on the west coast with some lower cloud bases there, but elsewhere through central and eastern counties, it does look quite bright, and the sunshine should poke through during the afternoon and evening, but some clouds will still remain. Now, moving into Monday, we see more widespread clear skies with more of a southerly airflow pushing up, but that is ahead of a cold front. So Monday afternoon, sunshine turns hazy in the east of the country, while a band of rain comes in from the west. And we go through into Tuesday, and we see weather's coming in from the west and southwest, so plenty of showers, and that lasts into Wednesday. Possibility of a heavy area of rainfall coming through, especially in the south. And we keep going, and there's more showers into Thursday. So all change. So here is the temperature forecast from the UKV. Today is a bit warmer than, say, yesterday, Thursday, Wednesday, all of those days, because we have now cut off that nagging easterly wind. It was bitter on the east coast, I must say, during the past week. But, currently high pressure over the country, light winds generally. So temperatures recovering back towards the high teens, some areas touching 20 or 21 Celsius today. Tonight, lowest temperatures, we'll see lows of around mid-teens Celsius, and into the morning and afternoon tomorrow. Again, quite a warm day, so we got the winds again going a bit more southerly. So highest temperatures of about 19 to 23 Celsius, that's west to east. And into Sunday night and Monday morning, a bit milder, I think, than tonight's, with more of a fresh southerly airflow pushing in. And Monday afternoon, warm in the east, highs in places getting to 23 or 24 Celsius. Further west, temperatures lowering as that cold front does arrive. I noticed for the UK, I must go back to here at 60 hours. Monday will be a brilliant day for the UK. Bank holiday in all areas bar Scotland on Monday for the UK. And you know what? Summer's giving you one final burst on Bank Holiday Monday for the UK. And with these lovely skies here, only a few clouds around, and temperatures, doing very well on Bank Holiday Monday. Northern Ireland, 21 to 23 Celsius. England and Wales, like 23 to 30 Celsius, possibly a local 30 through the Cheshire Gap area, around there. Anywhere from the West Midlands up towards Liverpool could see a 30 Celsius quite locally. Elsewhere, highs quite easy, quite widely in England. Wales and Northern England are more like 22 to 25 Celsius. So it does look like the last burst of summer, at least for now, is coming at a nice time, especially in the England and Wales and Northern Ireland. So going through into Tuesday morning, you see the temperatures are lowering in Ireland, and through Tuesday afternoon, a bit of heat and warmth clings on to eastern England there. You can see the far east of Norfolk and Suffolk up to 28 Celsius, possibly a local 29. But for Ireland, you can see 15 to 20 Celsius, really chilly in Connacht. Into Wednesday morning, again, quite chilly, lows in like 10 to 13 Celsius. I say chilly compared to like the nights we saw during the heat wave. That's around average. And then Wednesday itself, where we see any area of heavy rain coming through, details on that are very uncertain still, but where we see that coming through, temperatures pegged back in the low to mid, pegged back into the low to mid-teens Celsius, but in the west and south, where this model is showing more sunshine, temperatures up to the high teens. And again, quite the cool start on Thursday morning, especially in shelter under clear slots. So here is a GFS 6Z run. So you can see what's happening. We've got this high pressure that is now pushing over the country into the east. Okay, and going through into the weekend, start of next week, here comes ex-Hurricane Erin. And that, but by that point, that'd be just a typical like mid-altitude low pressure system, nothing unusual about it. Warm front, cold front inclusion, showers, all that lot, you name it, it's there. So it's lost its hurricane form and status, obviously. And going through, you can see that area of low pressure just stalls to our northwest near Iceland and drives in showers, rain and winds. And eventually that low slinks in down and ends up over the country more or less by next Friday and Saturday to bring, again, cool temperatures, rain showers, winds in from the west and northwest. Upper temperatures look cool. You can see the air is coming from Greenland at that point. And there'll be a lot of showers of that, heavy at times, possibly hail and thunder. That sort of pattern, that polar maritime air mass, So cool temperatures aloft, but the sun, around now is quite strong. So we'll see ground heating, air rising rapidly due to the cooler temperatures above. And then we see these big cumulus clouds forming, the cumulonimbus clouds even. And we see these big showers forming, possibly through this period here, ending August. Now we start September looking, again, it's quite showery and quite cool. And we again, another low there by the 4th of September. And that stays around for a while, bringing a deluge, no doubt. But just about the end of the run, around the 8th of September, we see high pressure ridging in between the Azores all the way up to Scandinavia. So that's the pattern we've seen since the year began, really. And if this is correct, it will recur again. But a long way off, and being honest, this looks locked in, low pressure. It's there. Jet stream to the south. Excuse me, jet stream, where is it? It's to the south, and that always means that the Azores high is displaced, and the low pressure is right over the country, and it's like cool and showery. ECM. So ECM midnight run, yeah, that's midnight run. So again, in comes ex-Hurricane Erin. It stays to the northwest through Tuesday, Wednesday, but it does slide in by Friday, Saturday. A lot of showers around, cool temperatures as well. Another low by Tuesday, Wednesday next week. And we keep going with big lows. Possibly a storm there by the 5th. And yeah, no sign of any ridge from the Azores high, even by next Sunday, the 7th of September. So you can see, yeah, GFS is just one run. Here is the UK Met run. So once again, here comes Erin. It stalls to our northwest. Then it does slink in, it slides in. Just so very slowly but surely slides in, And thankfully, I must say, by that point, Erin is so old, it's so aged, it's so mature that it's basically dying. It's filling rapidly. So a bit breezy at times, yes, but strong winds absent for the most part. Mainly just a lot of showers and rain, I think, with that system there towards the end of August. Here is the GEM. Same story, so enjoy this high pressure through tonight, tomorrow and Monday. You can see that low barreling in to the northwest by Tuesday. Same sort of story, that low slides into us by next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we start September looking very wet and cool. You can see there's winds coming in there from the north. Upper temperatures, they cool. Jet stream is to the south. Yes, to the south of the country. Here's the icon. So the icon, once again, nice, warm and dry through today, tonight, tomorrow, Monday, especially for England Monday as well. That's good timing. But make the most of that because you might not see it again until next summer, you know. Yes, and we end up on the last day of August with the icon looking showery and cool. Upper temperatures are cool. Jet stream is to the south of the country. And it's even going from the northwest to southeast. And that often sends lows in that same direction. And that can often lead to cool blasts in the autumn and winter time. Here's the arpege. The arpege looking like this. Once again, warm and dry for 2 more days, and then we're plunged into awesome depths by next week. Well, I must say that this run looks more shallow with the troughs than any other run, and it's enhancing a high pressure towards Iceland. Whether that will mean anything for us, we don't know, because first of all, the arpege stops there, but secondly of all, high pressure to the north is generally something that will keep the low pressure trapped over us. So it might ridge with the Azores high, find a break in the low pressure system and ridge in to form a big high, or it'll just keep the lows trapped over the country, and keep giving us rain. And I think that the option 2 looks more likely, just in general, because that high is weak, but it is enough to help that low weaken off and shrink it a bit. But really, there's nothing really to move it along. So unless that low dies away, we stay under low pressure basically. That pattern. So everyone, thanks for watching. Enjoy a Saturday evening, and I'll see you later on. Bye for now.